Hey everyone, Chelsea with the Champagne Agency here this morning. I'm ready to talk about the insurance checkup and signs that your policy needs attention. So, one of the most expensive mistakes that we see is assuming your home insurance limit equals what it would cost to rebuild today. So, market value and rebuild costs aren't the same. In Michigan, labor, materials, code upgrades, debris removal, those things can push rebuild costs higher than what Zillow might portray the price that it would actually be. If your dwelling limit is too low, even a partial loss can drain your savings account and be a huge financial burden for you. So an example that we seen recently is a homeowner had a kitchen fire in their home. The damage looked minor, but the smoke had traveled. So unbeknownst to the homeowner, they couldn't see the damage. The total repair was about $85,000. Their dwelling limit was based on an old estimate, so they were about $9,000 short. So that $9,000 was out of pocket for them, which we never like to see. So what you can do to avoid that ever happening to you is ask your agent for a fresh replacement cost estimate. And then also always keep us updated if you do updates to your home, right? So if you finish a basement, you get a new roof, you add a deck onto your home, things of that nature, any review and add-ons like water backup, service line, we always want to make sure that you have those on there. And then just so again, you can avoid problems in the future, right? So just to circle all back, if it's been more than a year since your last review, it'd be smart to give us a call to go over everything and then make sure that you are properly and adequately covered for your home. So in the event of an accident or a claim, nothing is going to be out of pocket for you when you are properly covered. So as always, if you have questions, give your agent a phone call, shoot us an email, even a text message, whatever is easiest for you, and we would be happy to help. All right, thanks. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Hi, everybody. Emily here at the Champagne Agency. So today we're going to talk a little bit about the PIP, which is the personal injury protection on your auto policy. And by essentially choosing a lower limit, it could put your family paying out-of-pocket expenses, which could cost you or turn into a financial burden. So we're always going to suggest having unlimited medical coverage here at the Champagne Agency because it covers a lifetime of medical expenses when you are in an auto accident. Lower options like up to 500,000, 250,000, or even being excluded might save you a little bit of money, but in the long run, you might end up having to pay for those expenses out of pocket because your health insurance that you have might not necessarily cover you if you are in an auto accident. So just for an example, we'll say in the Downriver area, a Woodhaven driver got into an auto accident and their PIP limit on their policy was 250,000. Because they signed for that selection, they are only covered up to that limit that you signed for, which is 250,000. Anything that exceeds over that limit, unfortunately, you could be left paying for the rest of your medical bills out of pocket if your health insurance does not cover that. So say your medical bills exceeded to a limit of around 400,000 and you only have 250, you're only going to get awarded 250. Anything else, again, you could have to pay out of pocket. So even though it might save you a little bit of money for the year, even 6 months by choosing a lower limit, it's definitely a conversation that you're going to want to have with your agent in regards to the pros and cons. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Our phone number is 734-282-8700. We are open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and you can always email us as well at hello@